I'm in a lot of like paid communities. Like this is the only one that I'm excited to return the favor. Like in other groups, it's kind of like, okay, well, I've already passed that level and now someone's begging me for this time. Well, I'm busy, like if somebody asks me to try their product or whatever, because now I have a platform on social media, I'm excited to brag about so
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so company. Because it's just a different community culture. I don't know. I mean, I can accredit it all to Cole, I guess, but everybody is just excited to see each other win rather than this like leeching bit of like, okay, what value can I take from this? And then I graduate now. Okay, it's not like a next level basis. It's kind of just like everyone wants to see each other reach that next level. And I don't know, it's just different from any other community that I've been a part of.
You're with the man, the myth, the legend, Chris McGee. Chris, tell everyone quickly a little bit about yourself, where you're at in life.
What's up, guys? Currently a senior at CU Boulder. I'm a serial entrepreneur and content creator. Both titles I don't think I would have been able to say before joining Local Legends, but that's where I'm at right now. And I'm currently doing a raise for what will be my like fourth company.
Save some for the rest of us. Okay, so where were you at before joining Local Legends? Like, describe your life 2 years ago and kind of why maybe you didn't even see that these were being a realm of possible for you at the time.
My life has changed a lot in the past few years, ultimately the past 4 years. But I'd say when we got introduced, I had the courage and the dream, but I didn't have the community. I just felt like lost and alone. But I knew for whatever reason that I needed to be taking more risk and just starting that path of like self actualization. Um, but I was just posting TikToks that like were getting no views and a lot of hate. And then one day, yeah, I got introduced to Cole, and it kind of really just opened my eyes that there's so many other people out there like me trying to do this, and it gave me, I don't know, that breath of fresh air of just like, okay, all these things that I believe that I'm not saying out loud, other people do too, and yeah, it just kind of helped me dive deeper into that self belief of just like you got to get after it and go fucking get what's yours.
I mean, that's what I always say, but environment's everything. You become a product of the people you surround yourself by. And then I know, like, obviously, we've talked a lot. I mean, I guess just as a whole, like, what do you think has been the single biggest or most valuable thing? Has it been the value of the community or the mindset or just everything?
I think the community's mindset like is the
Yeah,
main thing.
true.
I mean, it's like I don't make it to every call, but every time I join in, it's just like they're taking the words out of my mouth. So I just kind of sit here, It's just like everything that I'm thinking about is being said, and I agree with. It's just kind of cool to be able to join um, that for an hour and just get that like breath of fresh air, I guess, as I put it,
Yeah.
all over the country.
We always talk about like how you have to put yourself out there, even if that means being cringe, but that's hard, right? Like at the same time, we both want to have cool lives and be liked, and being judged is uncomfortable. But how would you say like that feeling of having the community, where it's just good energy, people are pushing you, like how do you think that's helped you really do everything that you set out to do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I would say just like in more of a broad sense, it's like, for instance, like when I did my TED Talk, the first thing I did was I didn't turn and send it to my family. I went right into Local Legends and I sent it
Yeah.
here. I just did this thing. Like, if you have a few minutes, it might be worth the watch. And then it's like, all these supportive messages and um, it's cool. It's not fake. It's like, I post things on social media, and it's cool that like you get that, but it's it's real. It's also like a place where I would go to ask questions and get real feedback, and it's cool that there's so many different walks of life that you could end up, getting feedback from somebody who's an expert in said area that, I'm not. So
What it means to you to have that value of the community, knowing that you're in an environment where everyone wants the best for you and is gonna help you get there.
like I keep saying breath of fresh air because I know that everyone in there is doing what they're talking about. And so for me, like, you can go talk to your friends about your dreams, but, like, everyone's dreams are different, and so
Yeah.
it doesn't really always align, and it also definitely never really hits, but, like, for this community, because everyone's mindset is so aligned, um, it actually charges people up to talk about the topics that, well, I actually are really the only ones I care to talk about these days,
Yeah.
so, it's just cool to have a community, like, everyone always says, like, their Xbox friend over COVID, you know? It's like, you never really it's like, yeah, I've actually met a lot of people. I mean, we even met, you know, I
Yeah,
never
of
after, like,
course.
months of being in there, but, um and even almost linked up with Ben while I was in Barcelona. So, like, you
Yeah.
know, it's like, it's not that you never meet these people, but, like, again, it's just kind of like internet friends and the power of that,
Yeah.
and it's a great highly concentrated area that, of people that are doing that and just getting after it, and, I mean, that's just huge for anyone that's trying to do the same.
I love it. And then on the mindset piece, like, what are a couple of your favorite things that you've learned or that you really felt like helped you level up mentally?
You talk about, like, living in your end state a lot and, you know, how jazzy is to you. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you need to
Created the alter
have
ego.
to become the person that you wanna be, and that's not gonna happen overnight, but the decision does happen overnight. And so for me, like, you know, it's hearing all the stories from people like, "Oh, I approached so and so," or, you know, "We were in a bathroom line and I said hi to blank," you know, it's just like it's cool to hear other people doing that exact same thing because it motivates you to continue on your journey, and that these things in life are all just skills, which means that they can be learned. So, you know, where you are now does not dictate where you can be in a year or 2 years, and that journey never ends, you know, you can take it as far as you can take it, so
I love that. And then, what would you say to someone who's thinking of joining?
the last thing I spoke about of that end state, it's like, well, who do you wanna surround yourself with? Who are the people that you wanna, grow and build with? And if the answer is like, you know, a young community of people that are like-minded in the sense of who you wanna be rather than the rich world you were living in, well, then this is an obvious option, you know?
And, are you happy with the investment you made? Do you think you got your multiples of money on it?
Yeah, I mean, in the exact dollar amount for sure, and also I think tenfold in relationships, so I'm excited to see how far I can take that.
That's the goal, is like, what price would you pay to become truly confident and, like, ultimately live it and live
Y
the life you're capable of? You can't put a price on it. So,
yeah, what price would you pay to get your mind on your team once and for all, you know?
I love that. I love that. That's amazing. As you know, I always talk about it's all about energy, and that's your ultimate currency, and that's ultimately just really trying to cultivate a lot of just amazing people, and you're no doubt one of them. And it's been amazing to get to know each other, obviously through the community, but even in person.